Welcome to ISTV News. This is Panorama giving you the news. First, the top stories. Chauba calls on people to defeat Congress in order to have good governance. The news in detail. BJP Manipur Pradesh President T.H. Chauba has called upon the people of Manipur to defeat Congress and remove the Congress government in order to have good governance. He said this at a flag hosting ceremony of the BJP candidate for the Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency, Dr. R.K. Ranjan at Kongbanandaibam Laikai in Imphal East District today. After the flag hosting ceremony, a public meeting was held at the ground of the Oriental Labelers Association at Kombo Bazaar. President T.H. Chauba, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, former President of BJP Santi Kumar Sarma, President of MPP N. Sobakiran and many other leaders were present at the meeting. MPP President Sobakiran said people of Manipur need to think twice what the Congress party, which has ruled the state for over 10 years, has done for the state and the people. The MLAs are occupied in contract works. It is time the people taught them a lesson. BJP President T.H. Chauba said people in Manipur at present are facing problem of water scarcity and power shortage. The government has failed in many fields due to lack of proper planning. In the field of health too, the state is lagging far behind. The MLAs who are supposed to serve the people are engaged in distributing rice. Many families have been displaced after the Loktak Protection Act had been formulated. The Lokpal bill that was framed by the Congress government has not been yet enforced yet.
Imphal East Warate, Bishopur Pande, Aru Town Pande, Head Aina Lady, but GPC Wal Galuna Pande, Pidi. Kaisa Tokre Busha. Pangre, Gujarata, Pongkon Mari Sunamai Pangi, Lona Riva Mijora and the Medina Mamote, Lona Riva Tripura Mai Pangi, Manipur Kaisa Kre. Pangre, Akoi Mai Pangre, Ishim Pangre, Labisha Payat. Akoi Ninka Tamnogi, Maho Sira Maramana, Gadota Equai, Gadu Pamni High, no one comes see Pangre by Ishing to Pangre, Mayu Pangre comes see, no way Pamni Hybra, Jayani, Lega Pamni Hybra, no plan. Pangawi plan to Tote, Bakoi Hakila, Pisha, Sato, Panba, Adu Bisakar.
Dr. R.K. Ranjan said it is during the rule of the Congress that land of Manipur had been ceded. Why can't the border contention be settled? If the people wish to see a fragmented Manipur, then there is no objection in giving votes to Congress. He appealed to the people to join hands in trying to save Manipur by casting votes for the BJP so as to bring a change in the state.
Lebaki Seva Dokun Bamiado, Sumna Kanban Dragadi, Equally Leva Sekang from Saidani. Aduga, I give vote Asina, Garam Bamina, Levak Brazaki Tabak Togani, Miam, you will walk Kangani Habase, Equina Ningsan, Kalabamatumda, Maduda Bot Tadarabadi, a single vote Aduna, Levak Achoma, Miam, you will not say whether I should Sarubia, hide an equation of Toksa from 20.
24-hour Manipur Band called by the JSC demanding punishment to those culprits involved in the killing of Monica from Thobal Bhamon Leirak has affected normal life in Thobal district. It may be recalled that Monica was found dead at her husband's house in mysterious circumstances. The Band, however, had no impact in Imphal city. Band supporters blocked the National Highway 39 at different places in Thobal district. All the shops and markets were shut down in the district. No vehicle was seen plying in the roads in the district. In the early morning, Band supporters came out and blocked the highway near Thobal Bridge. They stopped all the passers-by and vehicles plying this route. Altercation and tussles erupted between Band supporters and Thobal police commandos. Thobal police commando used tear gas cells and smoke bombs to control the Band supporters. Moreover, Thobal police has been on alert at different places of Thobal district. Precautionary measures were taken off to prevent any untoward incident during the bund. The bund will expire at midnight. Wangoi Cable, a service provider of the ISTV network, has expressed regrets over not making the network's programs available to its customers as the optical fiber had been cut at Hyangthang Makal since March 28 till yesterday. The service provider again apologized for the inconveniences faced by the customers during the past few days. An old woman aged about 95 years was found lost at Kurai Lamlong Bazar today. She has been taken to the residence of the Pradhan of Kurai Nandaibam Lekai, Gram Panchayat, and being looked after. According to the old woman's version, her name is Salamai Pakpi. However, it is not yet known where she lives and which family she belongs to. Rahul Gandhi's estranged cousin and Bharatiya Janata Party candidate from Sultanpur, Varun Gandhi, has praised the work done by Rahul Gandhi in his constituency, Amethi. Addressing a public meeting, Varun Gandhi said that Sultanpur must replicate the development work done by Rahul. We require small-scale industries like the ones Rahul Gandhi has set up in Amethi. However, I cannot give that example as I haven't seen the work at the ground level, Varun Gandhi said. Reacting to Varun's statement, Rahul said he was happy about his work being appreciated. I'm very happy that others are appreciating the work that we are doing here. We have work in Amethi with a certain strategy in mind, Rahul said. Later, Varun clarified that his comments should not be seen as an endorsement of any party or candidate. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh today proposed a global convention on no first use of nuclear weapons as it could lead to elimination of atomic arsenal. If all states possessing nuclear weapons recognize that if this is so, nuclear weapons are only for deterrence and are prepared to declare it, we can quickly move to the establishment of global no first use norm. Making yet another bid to enter Lok Sabha through the family's Pocket borough in Uttar Pradesh, Congress President Sonia Gandhi today filed her nomination papers from the Re-Barali Lok Sabha seat. Gandhi, 67, who will be seeking re-election from the seat, was accompanied by party's Vice President and her son Rahul Gandhi while presenting her papers before the returning officer. Malaysia is focusing its criminal investigation on the cabin crew and pilots of a missing Malaysia Airlines plane after clearing all 227 passengers of any involvement, the country's police chief was reported as saying on Wednesday. National Police Chief Khalid Abu Bakr said the passengers had been cleared of possible involvement in hijacking, sabotage or having personal or psychological problems that could have been connected to the flight's disappearance on March 8. Malaysian authorities have still not ruled out mechanical problems as causing the disappearance, but say evidence suggests the plane was deliberately diverted from its scheduled route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Investigators believe that someone with detailed knowledge of both the Boeing 777-200ER and commercial aviation navigation switched off the plane's communication systems before diverting it thousands of miles off its scheduled course. That has turned the focus of investigations onto the two pilots, 53-year-old Captain Jahari Ahmad Saha and his co-pilot, 27-year-old Farid Abdul Hamid. A powerful magnitude 8.2 earthquake struck off northern Chile on Tuesday night, setting off a small tsunami that forced evacuations along the country's entire Pacific coast. Officials reported 2 deaths and several serious injuries, but the area apparently escaped major damage as landslides blocked roads, power failed for thousands, an airport was damaged, and several businesses caught fire. About 300 inmates escaped from a women's prison in the city of Iquique. An official said Chile's military was sending a plane load of special forces to guard against looting. In the city of Arica, 86 miles 139 kilometers from the quake's epicenter, hospitals were treating minor injuries and some homes made of adobe were destroyed and 90% of customers were without power, authorities said. The quake also shook modern buildings in nearby Peru and in Bolivia's high-altitude capital of La Paz. Hours later, Tsunami warnings or watches remained in effect for the coasts of Peru and Chile, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said. Chief Electoral Officer O. Navakishore has announced that preparations for smooth conduct of the polling for the Outer Manipur Parliamentary constituency on April 9th are over. Addressing the media persons in his office chamber at the new Secretariat block, Navakishore said a device will be introduced which a voter can understand instantly that at which polling station he or she should cast vote by sending SMS with his or her electoral ID number to the helpline number 811-9099-899. I repeat, 811-9099-899 by typing the word POLL. He said the presiding officer could also send information at this number if any incident occurs at a polling station. Navakishore said anybody can get not only the updated information but also lodge a complaint by calling the helpline number 1950. I repeat, 1950. He also said 140 satellite phones of BSNL will be used at remote areas where there is no facility for communication in this election. 56 out of 140 have been delivered and the rest will arrive soon. The polls will be webcast live from 150 polling stations. On the other hand, Navakishore said instruction has been given to the Thawal about the hate speech of Neferio against Chief Minister O. Ibobi in a rally of NPF held in Chandal district recently.
Hangang ACG Ken MLA NBDN Smaitong Election Commission da Wakatli Haibagi Wahoma Pogna Pamne the Topo cover Katas Yawu Pai Hariva Ado Madugi basis da Kogi returning officer DC Thawalna Mado Suomoto Kogi cognizance Loraga Etare Sigi Matang Hida Tigana Vaina my concern DC Sinapati Atagi DC Tamilong the CE the quite a copy Haribo Maramo E. Rabani Haribo Homsida or DC in the labor record evidence Sumantona Karihani Nagalingi Chief Minister na Piri Homsing the Sigi Matang the Karikari evidence like a very action model code of conduct Kai but Hokuruchimbudo Amado Sigalna report Pina by Nakanatori Madugi report Hojingairi Madu report La Amatung the Election Commission of India the PVA Pada report by Pina by Canary.
DC of Imphal East District M. Joy Singh has issued prohibitory orders under Section 144 of CRPC in Imphal East District, including Jiribam from 6 a.m. of April 4 to 6 a.m. of June 6. Under this section, gathering of more than 5 persons against the law, possession of arms, sticks and stones are restricted. Clubs, organizations or individuals who want to organize a public procession or rally have to take prior permission, the order further informed. Professor Gangumai Kamai, candidate of BJP in Outer Manipur Parliamentary constituency, has categorically stated that if he wins the Lok Sabha election, he will do the needful for the people of Thawal to fulfill their wish to contest the Lok Sabha election in future. He said these are the function organized by Khangabok Mandal Mahila Committee and But Level Committee of Polling Station number 44 to felicitate him at Khangabok yesterday. Addressing the gathering, Professor Gangumai Kamai said though the people of Thawal district had been allowed to cast vote but not allowed to contest a Lok Sabha election since past many years. He said if he wins the election, he will take the initiative for allowing the people of Thawal district to contest a Lok Sabha election. Necessary steps will also be taken for removal of the draconian Ek APSPA from the state, he added. He further said BJP is a secular party and will form the government at the center. Imphal West Police Commando has apprehended a cadre of UNLF from North AOC on March 31. According to a press release from the PRO of Police Department, the cadre has been identified as Ngangom Ronel, 23, of Thamaiban Yumnam Laikai. Association of SI Jamandar selected candidates staged a sudden protest at Thao Ground, Thamaiban, insisting the government on issuing their appointment letters. The recruitment tests for the SI and Jamandar were held in 2010 through DPC. Results were declared in 2013, in which 344 candidates were selected, but they haven't received their appointment letters yet. The 344 candidates and their families will not cast vote for Congress in the polls if their appointment letters are not issued before the polls.
373 candidates plus my relatives, friends and families masi punamakna Congress party da vote bidoroi aduga masida masi phau manungda khoida wari ba chahi mari ase wari ba koina sukimati waduna khangba ya ba khangduna la yusi pali ba government sina koi hanna phawba koi gi awa basi ubidra mana mana moiraga koi masigi khongthang ase koi sanction jarakpani haina khongdoksari.
Outrage of Mairapaibis over the behavior of Jaljit, who tried to strangle a lady ITI teacher, has not cooled down yet. Mairapaibis of Chingjamei Leisantem Laikai today held a sit-in protest against the incident. A Mairapaibi leader who took part in the protest strongly condemned the behavior of Jaljit. She demanded befitting punishment to be given to Jaljit. Anjuman Usladi Muasra, an apex body of clubs and organizations working in the field of eradicating intoxicants and drugs from Kwakta area, today held a mass protest rally against the ever-increasing use of drugs and the number of drug pushers at Kwakta. A large number of cycles, motorbikes, auto rickshaws, cars and Tata DIs took part in the rally that took out from Kwakta ground and proceeded to Kwakta Charangpat, finally converging at Kwakta Bazaar. Various placards and banners carrying the slogans such as "Stop pushing and using of drugs" and "Let us eradicate drugs from Kwakta," etc. were used in the rally. President of Kwakta Youth Association Noor Rahman said pushing and using of drugs have increased fast in Kwakta areas. He said, if this is not stopped in time, the younger generations will fall into the jaws of drug. He further said the rally was organized in order to spread awareness among the people to eradicate drug menace from Kwakta area and prevent the future generation from using drugs and intoxicants. It may be mentioned that a mass protest rally against drug and intoxicants was also held at Kwakta on the 23rd of March.
Development Proctor social worker, Amadi Lamdam City, Tungi Jumire, Hokuda Pudamasi, Mamutare, Hamse, Kalabakana, Aikoina, Maskumba Patava Sidati, Ting Jabadi Pandamasi.
A sudden hailstorm that lashed most parts of Bishnupur this morning has devastated a number of houses and vegetable farms in the district. According to reports filed by our Bishnupur district correspondent, the hailstorm has damaged many houses and vegetable farms at Ishok, Oinam, Nambol and Ningthokong areas. However, no casualty has been reported. Well, that's the end of our evening bulletin. But before we end the top stories once again, Chauba calls on people to defeat Congress in order to have good governance. Thanks for watching our news, and for more updates, please stay tuned.